Oh my God, we're getting ready.
In the 2020 NHL Draft belongs to the Buffalo Sabres.
You gotta be kidding me.
So Buffalo's new general manager, Kevin Adams, will be selecting 8 overall for a Sabres team.
Yikes.
Oh, it better be Anaheim or LA, man, or I'll be...
Well, they stayed at their... Buffalo... Oh my God. Ugh. New Jersey better... I swear to God, New Jersey.
New Jersey?
You better stay there, New Jersey. Oh, thank God. I can't stand them winning the first overall pick.
Now Anaheim or LA have to be called.
Yep.
Because then that would give...
Okay, I'm okay with either Ottawa or Detroit winning.
Ottawa's got 2 picks still.
Uh-huh.
It's gonna be Ottawa. Please, LA or Anaheim.
Anaheim.
Yes.
Good. But anything from first to 8 is really good. Like, you're not missing out. I mean, you're missing out on first, but... Oh, this is rough. This is scary.
At least, please be LA.
Ooh, that means LA moved up. Wait, what? Was that San Jose's Ottawa's pick? Or was that Ottawa's pick? LA, please. Not LA. Not LA. Please not LA. Don't do this to me.
Oh, it's gonna be Detroit, I know it is.
Don't do this to Detroit.
Oh,
Oh my God, Detroit! Oh my God! Oh no! Oh my... Sign of things to come! They lose another lottery! Oh my God, Easerman!
LA is the #1 pick, I will.
Oh, so one of the... Hell yeah.
Yep.
Oh, and they go to commercial. Oh, poor Detroit. Oh, I gotta check Twitter. Twitter's on fire right now. Twitter has to be on fire right now, right?
The #1 pick.
Yeah, you literally need an aerospace engineering degree to figure out this draft lottery system. I didn't even understand it going into this. I get most things when it comes to hockey, but... Man, now I just hope Montreal... Could you imagine? Oh, I'd love an Alexis Lafreniere. But total chaos right now. I want the placeholder team to win the first overall pick. The placeholder team. I want...
Oh, that would be very...
Yeah. I want the placeholder team to win the first overall pick. Total chaos. That's the best outcome available. Ottawa.
Oh my God, if LA wins the first...
Placeholder. Come on, placeholder team. They're my favorite team. I've always been a fan of placeholder. You know that? Always been a fan. Okay. Come on, LA. Be right now.
I can't watch. I can't watch. It's
LA.
It's gonna be...
Oh my God, don't give it to LA. Oh, he's mad. Oh, he's mad. Oh, not LA. Not LA. Please don't do this to me. Placeholder team, total chaos. This is... Total chaos! Total chaos! Oh my God, we did it! The hockey gods have answered our questions. My questions. Oh my God, it's Montreal time. It's going to the Pittsburgh. It's going to go to the Toronto Maple Leafs. Yes. Oh, placeholder team all the way. All the way. They seem disappointed even though they moved up a bunch. They're getting like a top tier player. I mean,
just one that could be...
from
12.
Yeah. Oh, placeholder team is total chaos. I love that. I love that. Okay, so now I've had a few minutes to just chill out and think about what happened not that long ago. The 2020 NHL Draft Lottery is over, or phase 1 of it. And honestly, going into this, I really didn't understand the rules. I didn't know that there would only be one placeholder team getting a spot. I didn't know. And the reaction on Twitter is mostly negative. And there's only really one team I feel bad for. Buffalo. Not Buffalo. I'm just gonna start from the bottom. Buffalo Sabres, too bad, so sad. New Jersey Devils, thank God they didn't win it. They don't need another first-round pick. They need to stop buying in free agency and actually build their team up without the first overall pick. Anaheim, too bad. And then the LA Kings moved up from, what was it, the fifth? Something like that. And they moved all the way to second, so they should be the happiest out of all those teams there. They should be. Until we get to the placeholder team, and the Ottawa Senators, that's real crappy, but they have fifth and third. Third, they'll get something incredible at third. They should be happy that they have 2 top 5 picks. Now, they definitely should have had a higher pick, and I don't feel too bad for them because they have 2 pretty good chances at picking up some elite talent, maybe a franchise guy. You never know, because nobody had high thoughts or good thoughts about Elias Pettersson heading into his draft, and Nico Hischier went first overall. Elias Pettersson went like 5th, so you never know. The only team I feel bad for are the Detroit Red Wings. A historically bad season by Detroit standards. Oh, terrible. It was awful. And I just feel bad for Detroit. And a lot of Twitter agrees, and I know Twitter is just a cesspool of sadness, and I said that about Buffalo, but the same goes for Twitter. Detroit, man, I'm sorry. 4th. You don't even hit 1 lottery. That sucks for you. That sucks a lot. It does. A lot. But it's a lottery for a reason. You know, oh, but screwed it. I get why some people think that the NHL would purposely put a placeholder team first overall. Now, playing devil's advocate here on the NHL side. Now, don't you think if it was rigged, they wouldn't have put a placeholder team first overall? Because then it seems too suspicious, if you know what I mean. I think the placeholder team total chaos, that's my favorite option. Because that means Montreal has something to fight for. Either they get past the buy-in round, or they potentially win the first overall pick. It's keeping people enticed, and I don't think they did that on purpose. I really believe that. I think if the NHL did rig this, they would have just given it to Detroit and just everybody wipe their hands clean, go home. I don't think the NHL would have purposely have given the first overall pick to a placeholder team. And you know all the markets in the playoffs right now? You have Arizona, Minnesota. Do you really want the first overall pick going to, like, Minnesota? Or not, no offense, Minnesota, or like Arizona, or who in the East, like Columbus? Do you really want the first overall pick going there? No, you really don't. So if they rigged it, I think they would have straight up given it to one of LA, Detroit, and been done with it. I think the NHL was like, hey, you know what? The placeholder team doesn't really have the best chance to get in there, so we'll just do it whatever way we do it, but the placeholder team wins. I know I get the hate, completely understand the hate. I completely understand it, totally reasonable. But I just don't think the NHL is smart enough to do that, or dumb enough to rig it like that. It seems too suspicious that a placeholder team gets it. I love it. I know if you're a Detroit fan or you're an Ottawa fan, or if you're any of the bottom 8 teams, you're like, seriously? Placeholder team? I get it. But it's a lottery for a reason. This happens every year. Some years you get Buffalo straight up winning the first overall pick, being the worst team in the league, or Toronto, or Carolina moves up from, 11th to 2nd? Or something crazy like that. Can't remember the exact spot. It happens. It's called a lottery for a reason. It's too bad. Too freaking bad. I know if Montreal had a shot at one of those picks, but they technically do have a shot at the first overall pick. Any team in the playoffs, except for the top of their division teams or teams that don't have to face in the buy-in round. I get the hate. I completely understand the hatred, but I also love it. If I was a fan of one of those teams that lost, I would be furious, and I get it. Trust me, I'd be furious, but I'm trying to think about how the NHL did this. They're not smart enough to be like, they're not smart enough to plan it rigged. I get other leagues like the NFL or the NBA. I get it. It's the NHL. Nobody cares about the NHL in the grand scheme of things. Like in the sports world. I do. I love hockey. I'm not saying hockey's bad in the slightest, but in the grand echelon of sports, hockey isn't in the biggest percentile. It's not. I just don't think the NHL is... It's not that big of a deal for them. Really, it's a lottery. If they wanted to rig it, they would have given it to Detroit or LA. Not to Ottawa for sure, because it's Ottawa and Melnick. You don't want to have a first overall pick dealing with Melnick. And I said it before, all those teams in the playoffs right now that are in the buy-in rounds, you could have a great team like Pittsburgh get the first overall pick, or you could have in Arizona. So really, realistically, they wouldn't rig it like that. I get it, maybe like, keeping them enticed. They'd be enticed anyways. It's the playoffs, hockey's back, people are going crazy for sports. People love sports. That's what kind of society we live in. Anything and everything is amplified right now because of the quarantine and the pandemic. Every little bit of news is crazy, especially this. This is going to light the hockey world on fire. It is. It's already ablaze. Twitter is too hot to handle. If you guys don't get my reasoning, I'd love to discuss it. But I think I've talked enough about it, really. But I'd love to do more of this. Just talk about hockey in general. So if you have any topics you'd like for me to discuss, leave a comment down below. We're 25 subscribers by the time I'm recording this, away from our end year goal of 600. So if you enjoy this stuff, leave a comment, leave a like, share with people who you think may enjoy this sort of thing. I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.